Hello, I am streaming now. Okay, I need to set up my mic properly because it keeps falling over. Oh, streaming now. Whoa. Okay, I need to turn my volume down. Hold on. I was watching someone else's stream, so. Did I just mute myself? I don't know. This is hard. I don't know what I just did. I pressed mute on Twitch, so I don't think that muted me on stream. Maybe I'll pull up on my phone instead or on my laptop because it's really hard to judge what's happening on my laptop. But yeah, I'm just gonna be playing. Wait, let me change the name of this. I am just playing Camper Van, Make It Home, and yapping about I guess. Where is it? There we go. Oh, I'm trying to tell if I muted myself or not. I don't think so. Okay, well, I think it's fine. So, let me go on here on my phone and if anyone comes in, I'll try and keep up with chat on my phone. Otherwise, I have no idea if anyone's here. Okay. I'll leave off from where I was before. I found out that this was way too loud my last stream. So my mistake. Hopefully it's not too loud still. But yeah. Okay, so next place. I trust that this journey together has brought us closer. I'm pretty sure the character moved in with someone. The other person moved in with us. But whoever that was had all their stuff all over the place. That's one thing I really don't like about this game is whoever the other person is that you're moving in with, they just have their stuff spread out everywhere. So they don't have oh yeah, this is my spot and I've left space for you, you know? But it's whatever, I guess. Hello? I'm lost. Oh, okay. Okay, hopefully this will be just a chill sort of stream. The Anime Awards. I have some things to say about that. And they aren't necessarily great things. First of all, the Anime of the Year. I'm not mad about that, honestly. Me personally, I'm not mad about that. My Hero Academia won Anime of the Year. I feel like if it wasn't the final season, I feel like it wouldn't have won as many or been nominated for as many categories. And I don't think it would have won Anime of the Year if it wasn't if it still had a season after this. I think it wouldn't have won Anime of the Year. me personally, I think like Gachi Okuda. How do people say it? I say it like that just because like I came from the manga, so I got used to saying it like that. Gachi Okuda. It's like, I feel like I'm saying it wrong, but anyway, that's how I say it. That one and the Summer Hikaru Date. I haven't finished the Summer Hikaru Date, I'm gonna be so honest. But I'm trying to think, what are the other nominees? Out of all the nominees, the only ones that I completed watching was Gachi Okuda and Apothecary Diaries, I think. Wait, was Apothecary Diaries nominated for Anime of the Year? I can't remember. But yeah, those two I think are the only ones that I've like fully watched. Other than that, like it wasn't other than that, I don't think I watched like really anything else. Well, I watched some other ones, but I didn't finish them. I have a really hard time with finishing anime at the moment, especially ones that are coming out weekly. I prefer to like binge watch them, or like not binge watch them, but like have the next episode available when I am in the mood to watch it. There's like a few exceptions, which are like my favorite ones that I like I know what happens, so I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just like watch what's happening next, like Witch Hat Atelier. That's like my favorite one right now. And I swear next year they better have a fantasy category. And not just that, that better win at least an award. I think it should get Anime of the Year. Even though this year's anime has not finished, I already know that that's the best one, trust. And what else won? Like, My Hero Academia won. I haven't finished My Hero Academia either, so I forgot what I'm up to. I think I'm up to season 5. I forgot how many seasons there are. I've watched I think I have watched season 5. The last thing I remember is they're about to go to war. So this was like, I don't know what season this was, but basically when Midoriya becomes like a vigilante, kind of. Ooh, wait, the person moved down, I just realized. Yeah, when he like became a vigilante, right? That's the last time I watched My Hero Academia. Because I was watching it with my family. And I think we still want to watch it together. But, you know, worst case is I watch it by myself and tough love for them. Apothecary Diaries Season 2 was really good as well. And I think I'm very satisfied with the things that it won for. Like I have nothing against like it winning best drama and Mao Mao getting like best main character. I feel like some of those categories, like best drama, should be I think it should be like a much bigger section. Like I understand why best action is its own like big category on like the main stage and a main award and stuff like that. But I feel like some of the other categories could totally be up there too. Especially if they like start to take this a little more seriously. Because I was actually watching, what's his name, Gon's like reaction to it, and I feel like I agree with the point that it's like they're trying to. You can definitely see that they're trying to make it a lot more serious and like a much more respectable event than like, oh, like it's the anime awards, haha. It's like like just this silly thing, but it's like not really a silly thing, because it's this whole industry in itself, and I feel like it would be a shame to not take it seriously. Oh, where does this fit? What time is here? Let me see if I can fit this t-shirt. But yeah, like I feel like they want to take it more seriously. I feel like they really need to like commit to that, because I don't know. Them having kind of a lot of the main stage big awards are just very shonen focused. And I feel like this is probably something I have against a lot of like anime and even manga, like ranked things, like, oh yeah, the best blah blah blah. It's because obviously it's not actually going to be the best. Like it's mainly a popularity vote. Even like with the nominations, it's mainly like the most popular ones of those. But I think that I don't know, I feel like I am a very big fan of shoujo, so it like just pains me a little to like never see it get recognized. And a lot of the reason is because there hasn't been any big production shoujos in like a very long time. Even last year, it was like just starting to like have some bigger series, or even the year before, there was like a few of them. Like A Sign of Affection, I think came out the year before last year. Can't believe that didn't win, but I guess it's fine. Like can't believe that didn't win like best romance at the very least. Not that I watched like many of the other ones, but just that alone, like it's one of my favorite romance mangas. Like I only have one of the omnibuses, the 1 to volume 3. Also, I really hope that this isn't glitching out on me. I really can't tell for the life of me. Yeah, I really cannot tell. I'm like, is this tweaking? Or is this like just... I don't know, is this just my laptop or is it me? Hold on, let me close the one on my laptop. I'll see if that helps. Because it's usually because there's a lot of stuff open at once. And to be fair, I like, my bedroom is like at the back of the house, so in terms of my connection to the internet, it's not great from where I am, but it'll have to do that. At the very least, as long as you can hear me talking, last year. The funniest thing about that is that, like, I haven't watched Solo Leveling, and honestly, I'm not even interested in it because it's just not my type of like anime, right? Yeah, like last year, it was, yeah, it like won a lot of things, and it was mainly because season 2 had like just come out, I think, right before the Anime Awards, so obviously that didn't count for the Anime Awards of last year, because it's like a, yeah, it was like January or something, I don't know, and that makes sense. But a lot of people were saying that it was like really good, but it was really good because of season 2. But it wasn't nominated for season 2, and people were voting for it because of season 2. So then come around to this year, not as many people voted for it, I guess. Probably because they forgot about it, and I think that's probably, not that I think anime should release in time for the Anime Awards. I don't think that that should be the case. But I feel like it's just kind of like people have recency bias a lot. And it's just kind of like hard for people to remember like an anime that came out pretty much a year before the awards were happening. Anyway, I'm just happy that like this year Solo Leveling didn't like just win everything, because like, again, I haven't watched it so I don't really know, but based on the general consensus of actual anime fans, and I say actual anime fans because I feel like a lot of the fans for it are all like I don't want to say like posers, but you know, you can kind of get that vibe from a lot of the fans that they aren't like watching a lot of the other animes that are coming out. Do you get what I mean? Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I feel like if you aren't up to date with what's happening, or what has happened in the past even, because I mean, obviously, I've mentioned already that I haven't watched like half of what's been nominated. But that doesn't mean I don't know what they're about, and I don't know like what people say about them, the general consensus of them. Because I do like watch people talk about these things. Sometimes I count that as me having, like, being able to have an opinion, I guess, and maybe that's, like, bad of me to do that. But, you know, I'm sure, like, other people do that as well, you know? But I'm, like, losing track of what I'm saying while I'm trying to focus on the game. Just like, I don't know, I feel like I've lost what I'm talking about. I think I was talking about like how a lot of the fans and stuff at the moment kind of like are very surface level fans, and I feel like they end up in that space where they are in charge of the voting and all the things like that, and they'll just vote for what they've watched, which, you know, everyone does that, but I mean, they've all watched the same things. Like next year, as much as I will say I think Witch Hat Atelier deserves that win for Anime of the Year, it's probably gonna be JJK. I won't even lie, it's probably gonna be JJK. That, or it might be like Frieren, but like I wouldn't be like horribly mad if it was like Frieren or something, but I just think that Witch Hat Atelier is better, in my opinion. It's a much like deeper story. Or yeah, I don't know, I feel like I wish that a lot more different animes had more of a chance, but again, the people who like kind of just watch on the surface level of anime don't want to go in deeper. Like they only want to watch like their battle shonen, like, and do their like power scaling like situation and stuff, which is fine, but it's kind of frustrating as someone who's like a fan of like deeper in the rabbit hole. Like by no means am I like an expert or anything. Like I came in during the 2020 like anime fan surges or whatever, you know? I came in during then, and some people, it frustrates me a little because some people think that it's all like 2020 fans, but I feel like 2020 fans are a lot deeper into anime than a lot of people think. I think it's the people who came in after 2021, so the people who became fans in 2022 and all the years after that, I feel like they're the ones that are like really good, I guess like posers of anime, you know? But I feel like complaining about it like this is so funny because it makes me sound like I'm like, you know that guy from like Danganronpa? The anime is a popular culture. Like that. But I don't know, I think it's probably because someone like me, like I'm studying media and stuff, and I like film and TV shows and animation and like stories and things like that. Like that's my passion and that's what I like to look into. So like that's part of the reason why I take this so seriously, but I just feel like people, if you enjoy anime, like you actually enjoy it, like it's fine if you like just like a few different series, but if you like actually enjoy it, I think that you should look deeper into like further than just the newly released like battle shonen type of thing. You know, even like if you go back and watch like the most popular older battle shonen, which could be like Naruto or something, even like that, like I wouldn't even, I haven't watched Naruto by the way, but even something like that I feel like would help people get a better perspective. Because I also feel like a lot of anime at the moment is very fast paced, and maybe that's because of like not being given like not being given as many episodes, I guess, like runtime, which is another frustrating thing about not just like anime, but like anything in general, like you see on Netflix and stuff, or even Amazon, Netflix and Amazon, they both like what's the word? Like cut how much a show, like how long a show can run for, like how many episodes per season, which is really frustrating because a lot of series need like more, you know? And I feel like it really hurts the stories for them and like the freedom that directors and writers have as well. And like I don't really care how long something takes to make. Like say Witch Hat Atelier, right? Like that had been in the works since 2019 apparently. Okay, I'm not mad about that. As much as I guess I'm just mad that it's only 13 episodes. I feel like they could have totally done a lot more. Or not even a lot more, like even if it was like 15 episodes, like I know that's kind of a strange number, but I feel like it deserves to get a better runtime. Yeah, and even like shoujo series, like again going back to shoujo series, like a lot of them they're not even being animated, you know? And justice for all the shoujo series that started airing and haven't been announced a season 2. Like I'm pretty sure Sign of Affection season 2 has been confirmed. Tamon's B-side, maybe, I forgot. But Tamon's B-side, I feel like people need to watch that because that is like the epitome of what a good like shoujo is, you know? It's got like everything that you could possibly want in a shoujo, and I think people really need to like go back. I think more people just need to watch shoujo. That's like simply what that is. And next year, if that doesn't win Best Romance, I don't know what could. Like, I genuinely don't know. Like, in my head, I'm trying to think of, like, what could possibly get Best Romance. And there's probably a few other ones. Like, maybe a few, like, Yuris and stuff like that. But I feel like a lot of the Yuris are, like, horror and psychological, so they might not count as, like, categorized as romance. Because as we know, Crunchyroll often miscategorizes everything, unfortunately. Yeah. The ones I'm most mad about. The ones I'm most mad about is Chainsaw Man. And honestly, I do not care about how badly people think Chainsaw Man ended. I am like further than the anime. But I haven't finished it either. Like I forgot where I'm up to. But I'm not finished it. But I do know a lot of what happens and also how it ends. I'm not gonna like spoil anything, but I don't care how bad people think the ending was. I personally don't think it's like the worst ending that could possibly happen. I think it's a kind of annoying ending, but I don't think it was like necessarily bad. I don't know. Again, I haven't like read up to that point. But from my knowledge of what I have read to where it will end up ending, I feel like that's not the worst case. Like, I feel like you could think of it in a way that makes sense. But back to what I was mad about. I actually love this, like, design. Like, if I had a room that looked like this, I would live there. Let's go yellow. Brown, maybe. I'll keep brown there. Let's go pink. This one, because I don't want it to be all green. Okay, hold on. Let me I'm worried that my stream is so glitchy that it's unwatchable. At least I'm recording it, so worst case, I'll have it up on YouTube, and it will be not glitchy. Okay, hold on. I just knocked over my mic again. Back to yapping. Oh yeah, what I was saying about the Chainsaw Man movie is I feel like Chainsaw Man was so robbed. And I mean so robbed. There is no way it didn't win Best Movie. There is no way. I genuinely don't understand how that happened. I haven't watched Demon Slayer since a season ago, the previous season, so I haven't watched the last season or the movie for it. And yes, their movies are amazing, right? Animation and everything, and the Demon Slayer story is pretty standard. But I feel for what it is, what Chainsaw Man is, especially the movie, you can tell that the movie was made to be a movie. You could have made the Demon Slayer movie and it could have just been a series and it still would have worked out fine. But the impact of Chainsaw Man's Reze arc being a movie really I don't know, there's a certain way that it's been made to be viewed because it's a specific story within it that you can't necessarily just add on to it. It has a definitive start and a definitive end. And as much as Demon Slayer would have that too, because any movie would, I feel because it's I don't know, I feel all of the Demon Slayer movies, maybe besides the train one. I forgot what that one was called. It was I can't remember what it was called. The train one. Besides the train one, all of the other ones could have just been done as the series. like as a part of the season, and it wouldn't have changed much about it. But the Chainsaw Man movie was so like cinematic that I just can't understand why it wouldn't have won that. Maybe it's because not as many people watched it, which I can kind of understand, because not as many people actually Chainsaw Man, which, you know, I guess makes sense because it's a much more mature story. Despite it also being a shonen, I'd argue it could be a seinen. Obviously it's not, because it's in a shonen magazine, which means it's a shonen, but I feel like labels like that, you could see where it's been put there for, like, I guess, like, marketing purposes, you know? Like, I feel like when you read it, or when you watch it, because I've, like, mainly read it, you wouldn't feel like it's a shonen. Like, it feels a lot more older, which it is, you know? Even though it's based around, like, a high school kid, the series itself is a lot darker than most other shonen. So I would argue it would be definitely on the, like, further, like, older end. Fit anything anywhere. And don't even get me started on best score, right? What do you mean Demon Slayer won best score? Like, when I was watching it again, because like my brother listening to the sound, like actually paying attention to the examples that they were giving, and obviously they are not just the only examples, like the only music in the animes, like whether it's the series or movie. The example especially that they gave, like, it's so mid. I can't like fathom how someone would pick that over Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man and Gachi Okuda. Like, what do you mean? Like, if not Chainsaw Man, at least Gachi Okuda. But no. That didn't even win. I'm like, you can... anyone even watch the Demon Slayer? I just wonder, can they even remember what the music sounded like? Because I can't even remember what I heard in that, like, example. And I've never thought that Demon Slayer has had, like, incredible, like, groundbreaking. Well, not that it's like, not that any of them were necessarily groundbreaking. I would argue like Gachi Okuda did something really different with their music that, you know, a lot of other series. I feel like Gachi Okuda, a lot of any of it was just very unique. So I I'm at least happy it got, what was it, best new series? Like, that makes sense. I feel like there were a few contenders for that, and I feel like out of all of them, I'm really happy it was Gacha Yukino. But what do you mean best score went to Demon Slayer? Like, out of all the ones that you could have picked, you picked Demon Slayer. Why? I really just have to ask that question to the people who voted. Why would you do that? Like, I know that Demon Slayer is so much more popular, but that still doesn't, like, add up to me. Surely anyone who even, like, looked at the movie, like, okay, Chainsaw Man at least won the best anime song, right? Which was Iris Out, which makes sense, you know, like, I forgot which one I voted for, but I voted for one of the Chainsaw Man ones, because I was like, I don't really care which one, because they're both, like, equally as good to me, at least. But, like, baffled by that result. I was like, surely Chainsaw Man won. The second I watched it, I was like, surely. Even my sister was like, she hasn't watched the movie. She, like, even when I was watching it, like, live with her, and she was, like, playing a game or something, so she was just, like, hearing it. She was like, oh yeah, that one, probably win. I was like, yeah, surely, right? And then we hear the result, and it's Demon Slayer, and we're like, what the heck? Why? I honestly didn't even know that Demon Slayer had a movie that came out. I'm gonna be so honest. I've been so behind on Demon Slayer. I'm just shocked it didn't get nominated for Best Animation. And I don't know if it's because they aren't counting movies, because I guess movies would have like a higher budget, I guess, because it's a shorter amount of time, maybe? But, like, if anything, I would agree that that would be probably Best Animation. Speaking of Best Animation, why on earth did Solo Leveling win that? I will never watch it. I do not care. I will never watch it. Like, the animation was good. From what I have seen at all, like, the animation is good. But I feel like compared to the other nominations, and I was saying this before, like, compared to the other nominations, it just wasn't up to their standard. Like, the standard of, like, what else was it? It was like Dandadan, Gacha Yukino. Oh, I forgot what else. I cannot remember what else it was. There was like 6 nominations, that's 3. 4 is Solo Leveling. I should look at this, hold on. I know that I haven't really, I should look at this. Where is Google? I'm just gonna like check my stream just to see it's okay, and then I'll like look it up. again, like, I'm not mad about that. Okay, let me... Wait a minute. The Rose of Versailles. I've been meaning to watch that. I think, in terms of movies, there was a lot of anime movies last year, and I think that there will be a lot more in the future. Oh yeah, the Summer Hikaru died for Best New Series. I feel like, as much as I love the Summer Hikaru died, I don't know if it could have competed for that. I'm not gonna lie. Just because when I think of like the Best New Series, I think about like what's gonna be like the best like fandom, like love community, like you see it everywhere, like My Hero Academia kind of thing. Even like it doesn't have to be action or shonen even, but I feel like it could be like that's what I think of like best new series. Best animation was Dawn to Dawn, Gachi Judo, My Hero Academia, One Piece, Solo Leveling, Taco P's Original Sin. Out of all of those, Solo Leveling won. I feel like that's all I really need to say. Like, One Piece, obviously, One Piece. Today's One Piece has like incredible animation, like direction, and I don't know, just a very like cartoony style that has integrated a lot of other things that it hadn't previously. Is something that I feel like has made One Piece still stand out, like in this day and age. Gachi Okuda, I would say, I don't know if I would say it has had as good animation as some of the other ones, but again, I think it was better than Solo Leveling. Like in terms of like the combination between background and I don't know, just like the differences that it had from a lot of other series, like when Naruto, like when he goes into like his moments of like rage and stuff. Yeah, I need to like keep up with this if anyone's actually watching, which I doubt. It's okay though. My Hero Academia as well. My Hero Academia has always had really good animation, but you could tell that they really went all in for what season? How many seasons are there? Like I know it's the final season. How many seasons? 7 seasons. No, there isn't. 8 seasons. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say 7 seasons, but that said 2024. like, because obviously a lot of these animes are based on the manga, so a lot of the credit for what they are belongs to the author, which I feel like they kind of don't give as much credit for. But so that's why I feel like best director, you kind of have to judge it from how much creative differences or how much it being an anime has shaped the story rather than just the story alone. Because otherwise, if it's like, if you're basing it off of just the story, that's not really like the director's doing. Like, they have no say in what the story is being told. But what they do have a say in, like, how it is being told. And so that's why sometimes you see a lot of people say that the manga is better, which it usually is, just because like the original. But sometimes the anime is better. Well, it's not better, but the anime can be like its own successful thing that is just as good. Like, it holds its own to the manga, you know? Like, I think about the Summer Hikari Guide, probably because it's like a horror psychological thing, right? There's a lot that you can do with it in terms of animation, and they did all that they could do with it, and none of that you can necessarily see in the manga. So I feel like that alone boosts that up, whereas I feel like Apothecary Diaries, like, again, like, I'm not like mad about it, but I feel like it kind of didn't really have a lot of differences in terms of how they could change, well, not change, but like make it its own thing, separate from its manga. Well, okay, I feel like that probably isn't true. Like, there's a lot of things about Apothecary Diaries that are really good in terms of direction and stuff. Like music, animation, like having those special moments really stick out a lot. Like, you can really see that. But I just feel like the better choice would be the Summer Hikari Guide. But I know that a lot of people didn't watch it. They didn't watch it, and a lot of people didn't like it because it was two guys, unfortunately. That will always be a factor in it as well. And even for like Apothecary Diaries, like, a lot of people don't like it, or not that they don't like it, but they don't watch it because it's not like their like shonen fighting series, you know? It's very female centered, and it's very, like, people call it a romance. It's not a romance. I think just because the main character has a love interest, and because she's a woman, that doesn't mean it's a romance. And I think a lot of people think that a lot of the time when they see a series and the main character's a female and they have a love interest, the love story is not the main aspect of the series, like, by any means. Like, it's like a side plot. The fact that none of the romance stuff really even happens yet at all. Like, you get like a little like bits and pieces, but you wouldn't call What's another series that has like romance in it, but that's not like the main? I'm trying to think. Like, you wouldn't call Naruto a romance just because, like, the main. Well, I don't know because I haven't watched Naruto, but I do know that there's like canon love interests and like Naruto liked, I forgot who he ended up with, but someone, and just because that happens and it's in the story, that doesn't mean it's a romance. Like, of all things, Apothecary Diaries is a drama mystery, like, if anything. And third, it would be, I would say, a romance. But the first two would be a drama and mystery. And honestly, I don't know why it's not categorized as a mystery as much, because the whole thing is about like all these mysteries that happen. But I just find that typically, especially when it's like a female story, like Yoga of the Dawn, right? I am so happy it's getting a season 2, by the way, and I really hope that when it gets a season 2, it will also get a season 3 and a season 4. I don't know how many seasons it could fill up, but there's like 50 volumes, okay, so I'm sure it could do it at least 5 seasons. But even that, like, people call it a romance, and I guess that's one of the main genres, but it's more like, it's more, I don't know what I would call it, it's more like adventure, I guess, than it is romance. Like, romance is in it, but I don't know, like, it's not like, again, like the main genre. And just because there is a female character that has a love interest, that doesn't automatically mean like, okay, another example is Spy Family. That, I think, is more of a romance than Apothecary Diaries. At least I think. Because the whole thing starts off with them like faking this relationship, but you never see anyone consider it a romance. You know, that's like a double standard that I think. I don't know. I feel like just a lot of the fans are very blinded to a lot of the female-centered series, or even like targeted series like shoujo and josei and stuff like that, or even like series that are written by women that you could argue are for women even if they are not in the magazine demographics, like Witch Hat Atelier and Apothecary Diaries. I'd argue those two series are very, you could argue, probably more like josei. Or Apothecary Diaries, like the novel, the actual light novel, like the original source of the story is josei. It's like targeted towards young adult women, I'm pretty sure. At least from like my research, though light novels don't really have those sorts of categories. It's just, I just know that it's in the category of adult women, which is josei in manga, so. And it was there's like 2 manga adaptations of it, right? And one follows one of the manga adaptations follows what's it called? The light novel a lot more than the the other one does, and the one that got animated is the one that doesn't quite follow it as much, and that one is in seinen, is under the label of seinen. And which had Atelier, like I feel like Atelier, I don't know. I started calling it Atelier because I think that's how you actually say it. But I've always said Atelier. Again, like coming from being a manga reader, hearing how some people pronounce the names is kind of like funny. But yeah, that's a seinen, which had Atelier is a seinen, and like I feel like that label feels right, but I feel like you could put it in Josei and it wouldn't change. The only thing that would change is its popularity. If it was in Josei, it would not be where it is today. Unfortunately, like this goes with like the whole thing of people just ignoring the demographics to begin with. Like they only care about shonen and seinen, and if a series is under the Josei or shoujo demographic, they immediately like just block it out. Whether it's like subconsciously or like something that they're like, oh yeah, whatever, I don't want to like watch that because it's gonna be, they have like, they assume that it's gonna be a certain way when it isn't. Like I just feel like a lot of people need to give those stories a lot more chance than they get, because the more people read shoujo and josei, the more it will be able to get animated, and the more will be made, you know? Like we have such a lack of it. We also have such like a lack of the lengths of them, because they don't tend to go for very long, and especially like the animes. Like you'll see maybe one of them get like, or two of them get like an anime, and they'll have like a 12 episode run, and then you'll never see them again. Like I think I was talking about this before, you'll like never see them again. Occasion you'll see one get like a season 2, and people like hyped up season 1 and then they won't sit down for season 2. Or like you see people and they're like, oh yeah, it's just another shoujo, and then they don't see further than that. And then they're like out here hyping up like their favorite shonen romance, which is the same recycled stuff usually, not all the time, because I will agree that I do like some. A lot of people hate on Horimiya, but I'd argue it's a very unique, I guess, shonen romance. Just because it's very, like you actually see them together, which is something that shoujo does a lot. Like a lot of people don't know this because they don't read shoujo, or they assume because this is what shoujo used to be in like the 2000s or something, like where they take like 20 volumes, like 10 volumes to get together. But in this like era of shoujo, they often get together really quickly. And I mean, in A Sign of Affection, by the end of the season, they're already together. Condition Called Love, again, they're together in like the first or second episode. Talon's B-side's a bit different, but the development still happens really quickly. What else? What's it called? Is it like Honey Lemon Soda or something? I haven't finished that, but I'm pretty sure that one also, like I don't think it happens quick, but it's not like dragging on. Or even like From Me to You, right? Like they start dating at just before the end of season 2, and then season 3, which it is insane to me that was not nominated last year as a like best romance. Like everyone was going insane over the fact it had returned after so long, after like 10 years or something, and it was like silence from Crunchyroll. And maybe it's because it was on Netflix, I don't know, but then they nominated a Netflix original series that you could barely consider an anime for best romance over From Me to You, which was, what was it called? That like cartoony one. They got rid of Best Fantasy as well, which I hope they bring it back next year, because there's no way with so many fantasy animes this year. Scott Pilgrim, there we go, best romance. I find it insane that Scott Pilgrim was nominated for best romance and From Me to You wasn't. Like, can you, like, yes, it is an anime, I'm pretty sure, because it's made by like an anime studio, but how did From Me to You not get that nominated? It's like it was so clearly probably what should have won, at least in my opinion. Like, not even A Sign of Affection. Like, the fact that it came back and people were going crazy over it, yet they didn't want to, they like refused to acknowledge its existence. And if it's because of Netflix, that is some like double standard stuff, because Scott Pilgrim. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I think it's just a lot of people kind of just wanting to stay in their like comfortable little circle of what they want to watch and read and stuff, which is fine, but I think people, they need to like acknowledge that, like the people themselves who do that. and the new season is of that book that I've just bought, so then it makes me not want to read it because I'll probably watch the anime, and the anime will have everything that's just happened in the book. The guy she was interested in wasn't bad at all. I have one more novel, Flower of Lunatic Dignity. I really liked reading it. I don't know, I should probably watch it, but like, I really liked reading it. And I am not mad that it won Best Romance. Because even in like shoujo romance last year, there wasn't like too many. There wasn't too many ones to pick from. There was, what's it called? Anne Shirley. But I feel like that's more of a slice of life. Like again, just because a character has, like a female character has a love interest doesn't make it a romance if the main story isn't based on the romance, which it wasn't. But The Fragrant Flower bloomed with dignity, that is definitely a romance. I also have like Nana too, and A Sign of Affection. And yeah, I don't really have anything else. I actually just bought Veil too. I've been wanting to read that so badly, but I've been like saying that I have to have it in physical because I don't want to read it online. Just because like the artwork and stuff is so good. I'm really excited for some of the series that are coming out there. I forgot what they were, but when I was like hearing about them, like when I found out that Witch Hat Atelier was finally gonna come out, I was so happy about that. And even Madoka Magica, the movie, is finally coming out. I actually forgot if it was this year or if they pushed it back again next year, but we know it's coming. I think it's coming this year though, pretty sure. I hate the shoes. this thing? Annoyed me so much. Containers in here. Okay, food. I feel like food's probably my favorite place. Actually, I should get more games like this. But I feel like a lot of them are very generic. Not generic, like the same sort of thing. There's this one game I think I've been playing. See if it like goes on sale or something, and maybe I'll get it. I think my stream is still kind of tweaking, but it's fine. I think this is soup, but I think that can go in the fridge. Books. I really hate the books in this game because they just take up so much space. Like, there's always so many books. Like, there was this one like level of this game where there was just like 50 books, I swear, and I could not totally good one though. What are you talking about? Towel Hold on, let me mute. Let me unmute this again. I've streamed for 2 hours now. This is like my average streaming time. I need to like I think maybe when I stream Genshin when I'm doing the stories, I'll probably like stream for longer, but for now I'll do like one more. I know I said that last time, but this is like an actual one, you know? I like the brown. The butterfly is so pretty. I love like this style of like, I don't know, whatever you would call that. I like to go like darker this time. This one? I like this one, but I kind of hate that it's like only these colors. Maybe I'll go with purple and I'll change like the bed to be like a this. I like that. It's kind of quiet. Thing is, I can change this one. Yeah. Oh, we're on that snowy mountain. Oh, I think it's the same mountain as before, but or not. I actually don't know. Just assuming. I feel like I don't remember doing this one. Yeah, let's put it there. this book has been in every single time, like every single like era of the band. So you can tell that it's aging. Don't have the patience for that. I would be terrified to have my vinyl collection there. So I'm gonna move it up here. what's over here? What even is this? Like, I would really love to know that. But there's a lot of just like random stuff. Does this logo work? No, it's I didn't even realize that this is there not this It's the hugging mugs. Are we still with that person? Zoe, I think. Oh. This is like too long. Just because I'm not really happy about anime just like continue playing, and this one will be like 30 minutes probably, because I won't stream much longer. That, or I might just like end it for now, and then I'll upload the VOD, like the recording on YouTube, and that should have a much better recording of this, and like all of my yapping before, like all my opinions and stuff. So I had a lot to say, mixed opinions, but it's okay. I mean, look, not everyone will like what has happened, and like anime awards, but it's fine. So, but I guess that'll be all.